What's crack-a-lackin'? It's your boy, bro. Oh, jeez, my webcam sucks. Hold up. Oh, I forget whenever I shut my computer down, it looks like that. Hold up, I'll get that fixed. And then we'll get back to the intro. Okay. That should be good now. Yes. What's crack-a-lackin'? It's your boy, Broshmo. Just in case you did not know so. And today we're going to do a fantasy draft as well as a NFL mock draft. We're going to do one just live here because what the hey. Hello, Gerald. AJ, favorite offensive lineman, it was Netane Moody. I had a real love for him. Zach says, who do you think is the best quarterback in 2001 other than Fields and Trevor? I mean, I guess at this point, if we're talking about arm talent, it's Trey Lance, but I really like Brock Purdy a lot. At least I'm really coming around. I liked him his freshman season too, actually. I thought he was gonna come out here and be a contender. But we're gonna do a mock draft, fantasy wise. We're gonna do it from the 6th position, and then we're gonna do a NFL mock draft. So let me go ahead, switch screens here. Hopefully y'all are having a great Friday. I'm about to go have some lunch after this and then work on some other stuff. No PTI, not PTI this week. It's just football has been a strange week, so I'm just gonna steer clear of it. So we're here on Draft Wizard. If you don't have if you want to try out your own mock drafts before actual draft time, Draft Wizard's really good. It's very easy to use, so I highly suggest you go and do that. You know what I'm saying? I got a mock draft not this Sunday but next Sunday, and oh boy, best believe I'm gonna be testing out some stuff before that, but it's kind of hard because we got keepers and that, so I don't know, a draft simulator that lets you like X out a few people. I mean, I guess I could do that round 1. That would make sense, but it is what it is. All right, so we're going in. We're the 6th pick, middle pick. So yeah, we'll go from there. PPR, of course. Full PPR, you know how. All right, so let's go ahead. This is the old. Classic view. Okay, I guess we'll just look at it from here. So, picks: Caffrey, Barkley, Elliott, Thomas. Kind of no surprise there. Then Alvin Kamara. I highly suggest going running back, man. You gotta go running back. How do I filter this crap? Running back only. So the guys I'm looking for, I kind of want to look Trey Lance. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Trey Lance. But what I like to look for, of course, is the running back with a good receiving upside. Dalvin Cook had that last year. And that went healthy, but that's the big thing with him. He gets a little scared when he it's a little scary because his health is a thing. A lot of people like Derrick Henry. He had a big touchdown upside though last season, so you gotta keep that in mind. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, that's a hot name around town, but honestly, unless you were in the back half of the first round, I wouldn't touch Clyde Edwards-Helaire just because he's a rookie. He's an unknown commodity. Let's just get a few other players in here. Miles Sanders is another one I like. They got him trending down, but I like him too. But Dalvin Cook is, I think, the obvious pick here. All right, so people went off the board after that. Henry, Clyde Edwards, Eckler, Jacob, Sanders, then Adams, Drake, Hill, Jones, and Hopkins, and then Chubb. So, actually Joe Mixon's a great value here. I don't even know how that happened, but yeah, that's probably gonna be our pick. But we could look around. I mean, Joe Mixon's another one that's a little scary, but he's got a definite upside. Then take a quick look at the receivers. You got Godwin and Galladay would be ones I would consider. DJ Moore's another one. You want to just look at those high targets. I know Allen Robinson will probably get a lot of targets too, but it's just, oh man, that's scary with that quarterback room. So we're just gonna go Joe Mixon, and we already have our running backs right there. Cook and Mixon, that's phenomenal. All right, Carson's still on the board here too. Dang. They're like, there was a better way to do this though. Like they would show you more players rather than me just tap and suggest. Could go running back real heavy, you know? Could go running back real heavy. You do kind of want to pick up your receiver. Robinson's still there. It's a lot of targets too. And kind of hard to pass up. Let's take a look at running back one more time. Because Chris Carson be interesting, but I don't know. I'm always scared with that backfield, you know? So we're just gonna go ahead. We're gonna take Allen Robinson. That's a phenomenal first 3 picks. Like perfecto. And then actually I love these 3 right here. I mean, AJ Brown, he's got huge upside. Tyler Lockett he's kind of the known commodity, you know. We'll take one more gander because we do have a flex option. Chris Carson here in the 4th round's not bad. You can get receiver depth later on. You get receivers in general later on. I mean, there's a ton of quality number 2s out there. I mean, if we could secure our flex with the guy that which I know Chris Carson, the backfield's a bit scary. I mean, you got David Johnson there as well, but I kind of want to just go with Carson. I don't think Carlos Hyde's gonna be that pick Aaron Rodgers. Nah. We ain't going quarterback just yet. Let's see where the top quarterbacks went. Mark Jackson went at the beginning of the 3rd. Oh wow. Sounds about right. Yeah, I think we would just shore up our flex position here. David Johnson, that's kind of not bad, but gonna go with Chris Carson. We know he produces. He's our flex, so it's fine. So we honestly don't even have to touch running back after this for a while. Oh, Terry McLaurin falling here is just beautiful. That's just, oh, we almost got Tyler Lockett. That's wild. This is actually one of my better mocks. So yeah, Terry McLaurin. I mean, you could make a case for T.Y. Hilton, but Terry he's the only guy they're going to be thrown to there. So Allen Robinson, Terry McLaurin. Not necessarily. It's kind of like just because of who's throwing them the ball, but I think it's fine. All right, the core Dak just went off the board. So, I mean, we could wait another few rounds. Waller just went 2, but we could wait at tight end. Let's take a look at running back. Out of curiosity. Cam Akers is actually might be a juicy pick there. Like Michael Gallup, man, there's a good case for him to be like the big play threat there in Dallas. But man, the more I don't mind scooping more running backs off the board here, and then I mean Cam Akers, he's got the chance to be pretty solid. For pick, yeah, I think I would go Cam Akers here. Seeing more quarterbacks and running backs go off the board. So, and I mean, the quarterback I'm really high on right now. Take a look at tight end real quick. Yeah, we could wait. I'm pretty comfortable with Henry Hurst and Gesicki. Jared Cook's actually my ideal. Maybe even my spirit animal. But let's see, wide receiver starting to get a little thin, but let's go ahead and get our quarterback. I like Drew Brees. He was the quarterback 3. Once he returned, he only had once he returned, he put up 20 plus points a game. Except for in 2 outings, both came against the Falcons. So give me my quarterback there. Watching tight ends didn't really fall off the board there, which is fine. I don't mind waiting a little bit more on tight end. Or rather, maybe address receiver. Emmanuel Sanders, ooh, very tempting. Very tempting. And I think that's where we're going to go. Sanders. All right. So we could probably now take another look at the tight end situation. You guys are still on the board, man. I'm honestly, I might let's take a quick look at how everything's fallen. I want to see who still is in need of a tight end. Something else you want to kind of monitor is who's drafted. But this guy honestly could go running back again. Missing a tight end. Pick won't come back to him though. They got their tight end. Guy doesn't have his tight end. Got his tight end. He's got his tight end. So that's potentially 2 tight ends that could get sniped from us. That's fine. Since there's 4 here I like. So take a look at overall. Probably go receiver again. Jalen Reagor has some interest, intriguing upside too. None of those tight ends came off the board. I don't know if the tight ends will I don't know if they'll make it back to us, you know? But Hunter Henry actually, a lot of people probably really like Hayden Hurst. Hunter Henry, he's gonna spend some time in the slot as well. And I know people worry about his health, but I mean, he's healthy for the most part last season. But oh man, Tyrod Taylor, he really enjoyed focusing on Charles Clay when he was in Buffalo. But I might just trust the system in Atlanta and the prolific passing offense that is. All right, so we still got 3 picks before. Remember, defense and kicker, those are your last picks. Oh, we could probably held it off. Oh, that's fine. All right, we're looking honestly best available. Kerryon Johnson's not bad value here. Alexander Madison would be our handcuff. I don't think Eric's gonna get a lot of like a ton of volume in that offense, but I'll go carry on. I'll go carry on. Got a plethora of like just solid running backs. James Washington is a very interesting name. So Alan Lazard, nah, you can miss me with that. We got Paris Campbell. I like James Washington a little bit here. I also like Hunter Renfro. If I'm being completely honest. I mean, N'Keal Harry, like, I don't know. I don't know what to expect. I don't expect too much, like, especially splash plays. I don't expect N'Keal Harry to have too many of those. And if anything, we're kind of risking the biscuit with James Washington and hoping he might kind of emerge in that Pittsburgh offense. But I'm fine with that. I'm cool with that. All right. So actually, a little bit of the same here is left. That last bench spot, no lie. Uh, like Jared Goff being around isn't a bad thing. And actually, Joe Burrow's interesting here too. Will be a minor bust, Andrew Thomas? I don't think so. I don't think so. Not a chance. I mean, I guess I kind of want to snag a backup real quick. So we'll go ahead. We'll grab Goff. And kickers and defense. Let's go ahead. See if we can get our kicker. Look at that, man. That's going to be a high octane offense. Yes, sir. And then defense, you just pick the matchup, man. Pick the best matchup for week 1. How do you do that? You go to ESPN.com. Go to the schedule. You look at week 1. Real quick. Phillies got the Redskins, right? Or the football team, excuse me. It's gonna be a what is it? What do they call it? A Freudian slip or whatever. Brian Bullock ain't bad though. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna grab Philly. They got that juicy matchup with Washington. Look at that. A-. I don't really care about the grade here. But being able to get Mixon in the second round was kind of a steal. So was Terry McLaurin being able to fall to us in the third. But that's a pretty solid looking team. I feel really confident. There's some good upside too we have here with Rager, Akers, and even Washington to a degree. Let's go ahead. Let's get to this mock draft, right? Hey, what up, Mongoose? You good, bro? You good? Paris Campbell got in a car accident, is in concussion protocol. Oh, wow. I didn't see that. All right. So, yeah, I don't know. Thomas was still up there for me. The only, like, real bust, like, I feel like Mekhi Becton has some real, just because he's super raw. So, I don't know. It's kind of a tough one. So, we got the Jaguars. If they're picking first, I didn't pick the order. They picked the order. Can't do nothing about it. If they're picking first, they're going Trevor Lawrence. It's tried and true. It's just going to happen. Same with the Redskins. Yeah, we officially drafted now. But Redskins, it's the same thought. If you're picking number 2, you're going to get a quarterback. Dwayne Haskins obviously ain't working. You're like, oh, just get him some help. It's like, dude, Haskins didn't nearly do as well back in Ohio State as Justin Fields did. Justin Fields' average depth of targets 4 yards more, which means, what does that mean about Haskins? A lot of his players were doing things after the catch. Remember the type of offense in Ohio State. They were pretty screen heavy after the catch type offense. So, yeah, man. But I like Fields, so I was higher on Josh Jones. Yeah, I was higher on Josh Jones too. So this is a tough pick here with the Panthers, because you gotta imagine if they're picking 3, you'd be thinking quarterback too. But I mean, is Trey Lance? He's only gonna play 1 game. That's against Central Arkansas. Ought to be a banger though. Kind of interested because I'm more interested to see that game because of Robert Rochelle, the cornerback from Central Arkansas. But like, do you really go like I don't think he's gonna be ready right off the bat to start. But that's good news, and you got Teddy to start. But it's like, really, you're gonna move on off from Teddy like that quick, that early? Why not grab like you could get Penei Sewell. Okun, he may or may not retire. He thought about it. And then what? You also have oh gosh, Greg Little there. Shoot, I mean, he had a rough rookie year, but tackles take longer to develop. So this is kind of a tough one for me, but I think at the end of the day, I would go with Sewell over Lance. And kind of just hope things work out with Teddy, and if not, then go ahead draft quarterback next year. All right. Yeah, Sewell's pretty tough to pass on. And this is me like take into consideration what the Panthers did in this past draft. Going with Derek Brown, who was this very safe option there. He may never be elite, but he's going to be a extremely great run defender. Bedelia guard. Yeah, right? See? Huh. I mean, shoot, the interior needs some help too. So with the Giants, things are a little bit more interesting, I think, because, yeah, Micah Parsons, you think is kind of the obvious pick here, but you could also get a Jamar Chase. I'm gonna be frank. They don't have a number 1 receiver there. They just don't. But the interesting thing with Parsons, he adds a little pass rush. So I don't know. It's kind of hard to pass on Chase here, in my opinion. But they just spent all that money on Blake Martinez. You think they're gonna move on, but I think I would probably go with Parsons. You know what? If I'm the Giants, I'd personally trade down. So now we have the Bengals pick here. Do you reunite Burrow with Chase? I know they got T. Higgins. They got Tyler Boyd. AJ Green. I don't know. I think he might be on his way out here, but I think it's very mouth-watering to get a guy like Jamar Chase, because I like T. Higgins. But imagine those two on the outside. Because outside of that, then where are you going? Gregory Rousseau? Perhaps. I mean, he honestly, he would fit their defense. But I like Chase. He's a better prospect. Like, they got Jalen Twyman way up here. Wow. Go corner Caleb Farley, but that's kind of iffy. Me personally, I like Chase here. Chase makes all the sense in the world. You pair him back up with Burrow. That's deadly. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, so the Jets. Oh man, we missed out on a receiver. It's fine. It's not like Sam Darnold needs weapons. I think it's a bit interesting because you gotta think, maybe are they curious? Could they go quarterback here? Trey Lance still on the board? Maybe if Adam Gase is finally out of town, because he's all of what? Trash, pretty trash. Russo, they need edge. They don't have no one that consistently pressures passer. Secondary be interesting too. They could definitely use help there, but I don't think there's a top 10 cornerback in this draft. I would have said Farley, but last night's stream was I'm gonna just move all the game and stuff though to Twitch. gonna be just strictly football here. Well, I mean, I guess technically it was football, but um, but I mean, I think you have to go Russo here. I mean, he's not a traditional stand-up pass rusher, but I think Greg Williams is a smart guy. He won't use them necessarily that way. So we go Russo. The Miami freaking Dolphins. I think you just go with best available at this point. Who won the games? I won 2 of them. I went 2-1 last night. So there's receiver, but I mean I think there's a lot of doubt in my mind of like it's hard to pick who's the number 2 receiver here. Like between you got Rondale Moore, who's by draft time next year, he would have only played less than 50 snaps in the last 2 seasons, or the last 2 years since his freshman season. And Devontae Smith. I mean, Devontae Smith's interesting, but I want a guy that's a little flexible in the slot. That's why I consider Rondale Moore. Jalen Waddle's interesting here. I'm not opposed to that. He's actually going to play this season. Opposed to Bates, who's not gonna play this year. I'm very high on Tamorrion Terry. I don't think he's a slot guy though. I want a guy that's just very explosive. You can kind of line him up anywhere. Dylan Moses is interesting, but I don't know. I'm still kind of withholding judgment when it comes to Dylan Moses because we haven't seen him play. We just know he's a freak athlete. He's supposed to be moving to middle linebacker. He was so-so in coverage. Remember that. You so-so in coverage as a linebacker. You're not going in the top 10, let alone the top 20. So I think Jalen Waddle be a fine pick here. Go with Bateman. Bateman has no experience in the slot though. I want a guy with more flexibility at this point if I'm the Dolphins. We got Parker, we got Preston Williams there sitting on the outside. I need my guy that can really shred up the middle of the field, explosive after the catch, blazing speed that could burn people vertical if he needs to. A guy we can line up in the backfield as well, really screw around with the defense. So I like Waddle here. So now the Lions. Oh my gosh, the Lions, the freaking Lions. Trey Lance looking very tempting. Just because everything else on the board is a bit meh. You can make the case for Wilkins a running back or a running mate. Oh, well, I mean, okay, that's still a bit. I was just about to say it right here. I think it's a bit early for Marvin Wilson, Christian Barmore is even like it's tempting here. And it would be tempting for the Dolphins too, but I want a little more bang for my buck if I'm picking in the top 10. So like here it's like honestly Trey Lance, I'd be trying to trade back so hard for a team that's trying to trade up for Lance. Or Christian Barmore, who's right now I have put in front of Marvin Wilson. Go with Clemson's receiver. Justin Ross? Nah, dude, he ain't coming out. I'm telling you, he ain't coming out. He's gonna play next season in college football. Is DT? Yeah, the interior classes. I wouldn't really say it's deep. It's certainly not top heavy. I think after like Christian Barmore and Marvin Wilson, everyone else is like a mid to late second rounder. But then the class does get significantly better there. But it's like they're between Barmore and Wilson, like there's no guys in between. They have Wyman up here. I have him as I think a mid to late second rounder, maybe even a third rounder. But I think for me, see Marvin Wilson, I love the upside, the like just the physical and athletic upside of a Christian Barmore. I know we've only seen it in a small sample size, but gosh, it's impressive. Marvin Wilson, he did show a bit of ability to pass rush, so I guess we could go. I'm teetering. I'm very close on both these players. For now, I'll go with Marvin Wilson. He does have more of a resume. So let's go back to all Dolphins. We got back-to-back picks here. Jeez Louise. So around here, I mean, we got Waddle. I mean, I guess we could go Barmore. I mean, no, I got another idea. So Dolphins, we're gonna be tricky. Christian or Carlos Basham, right? Like Christian Barmore, he got some upside. Carlos Basham got some upside, and he has some size to him. He's got some sick explosion. If he could prove to be more consistent as a pass rusher this season, then I think he's in that top 15 discussion already. So I'm the Dolphins here. I'm really Creed Humphrey. I'm not as high on Creed Humphrey as some of y'all probably are. Not as high on Creed Humphrey as some of y'all are. I say not as high. I have him as a second rounder. And even then, I don't think unless they're like extraordinary, you're not drafting an offensive interior in the top 10. So I like Carlos Basham here. I think that this is high upside. High upside. Oregon State edge rusher, I got him as a 5th rounder, man. A dude's like, he's got no power moves to his game. He's like, what, only 238. I got him as a 5th rounder. My board's a lot different than what they got going on here. Back with the Jacksonville Jag freaking Wires. I mean, dude, I think offensive tackle, you got to protect your new investment, Trevor Lawrence. Alex Leatherwood's there. He's a proven pass protector, unlike Cam Robinson. I know, yes, the defense does need addressing, but you know what? Fill that need in free agency if you can, or it's a good corner class. Let's go ahead. Let's get our offensive tackle here, Alex Leatherwood. So good picks, I think, thus far. I like the Dolphins pick. Carlos Basham, Jalen Waddle. Those are two freaky athletic guys. Oakland Raiders, Trey Lance is available. They picking at 11. Trey Lance is available. It's Trey Lance. All right, the Cardinals, I think they have the luxury to kind of do whatever the heck they want. Jackson Carman is a guy that I have a 2nd round grade on. He's still a little iffy in pass protection. If you could get better at that, then go-to weapon in the 2nd round. Dude, I don't think ETN makes it to the 2nd round. He's that good. All right, so the Cardinals, they could go interior. They could go interior on both on offense or defense. And I did give them Christian Barmore in my draft, so that's tempting. Their secondary is trash. If we're gonna be frank, if we're gonna be honest, Patrick Surtain might kind of fit here, because they're gonna go to more zone. Falele from Minnesota. I think I have a 4th round grade on him. 4th or 3rd round grade on him. I don't know without looking at my rankings. Couldn't tell you. I have my rankings out next week, so wait then. But Patrick Surtain's very entertaining here, I think. With Peterson potentially out, Byron Murphy, the jury's still out on him. It was an up and down rookie season. Robert Alford. I told y'all last year, like when I did my Cardinals off season preview, like dude can't stay healthy. It was like, oh man, one leg injury. It's like he's also above like in his like just hit 30, so those things become nagging. I like Sertan here as well. Does he fly up boards? Potentially, because the guy he's pretty quick for 400 freaking pounder. But I don't think he's like blows you off your feet with explosiveness. He's kind of a wall to get around. Patrick Surtain, like I said, very interesting. Actually, Caleb Farley, he primarily played zone at Virginia Tech. I'm very high. He's got great tools. We'll go Farley here. Nah, dude. Becton was high was low because um he it's a long story. He really struggled because Petrino, I think, was the coach there at the time. He had this stupid thing where he kept flipping his tackles. I don't know why, but so Becton didn't really get a chance to get comfortable on the left or right side. Last year, he was significantly better, but he also saw like the fewest true pass sets of any tackle last year, or any tackle being considered in the first round. He's very raw with his tools and his mechanics. Why he flew up boards was because of freakish upside. It wasn't a too heavy thing. It was him being a freak of nature. That's why he flew up boards. B Yin's form was awful. Yin's? Who's Yin's? Yeah, but run-wise, but you don't draft tackles that struggle in pass protection in the first round. That was the thing. He didn't necessarily struggle in pass protection. He just wasn't tested in that way. Who's Yin? B Yin? B Yin's form was awful. Oh, Becton's. I think that's what you meant. All right, so we're at the Chargers. I'd probably like to get a tackle here. Samuel Cosme is actually the top guy on my board at this point, just because Walker Little's not gonna be able to play. Cosme, he's actually the most. He's seen over or almost over 600 true pass sets just last season. He's the most tested in pass protection. He's very athletic. Not near. The thing is, he doesn't nearly play as strong. So you're gonna want him to play in a zone like blocking scheme, which is kind of perfect for what the Chargers have there. So we're gonna go Samuel Cosme. All right, now the Broncos. The Broncos. You would want to go tackle here. My thing is, oh man, Walker Little, dude. He's not going to be able to play. He was looking better down the stretch in 2018, and he looked better he looked pretty good in the season opener in the 2019 season, but season opener, but then he got hurt. So that's the thing. I think he's going to fall down draft boards until we could really see him at the combine, or maybe at some sort of off-season bowl that they have. So I think it's really, really tough to go tackle here. They're pretty set outside of that offense-wise. So I would be interested in going defense with Christian Barmore still on the board. That's very, very salivating. They could really use that. But they do need to retool parts in the secondary. I think still. I know they brought in Boye, but I think he's more of a stopgap until they reinforce that position. He's only 5 pounds under 200 or 300. So I don't think it's that big of a deal. He could put on the weight. I'd rather someone who's athletic put on the weight, because typically they stay athletic, rather than someone trying to lose weight to become more athletic, because it doesn't work that way. So Patrick, I think Surtain's very interesting pick here. I think he totally fits the Broncos defensive scheme. So I think they go corner just with questions with Walker Little here. All right, Bears. This is probably the toughest pick here because there's no quarterback available. Or is there? Brock Purdy. Do they go Brock Purdy here at pick 15? Because I'm high on Brock Purdy. They could go wide receiver. I mean, I think this is all very tempting here. You could even talk Wyatt Davis with this pick. Christian Barmore. I mean, he's fallen down boards, but Brock Purdy, I think. I mean, if you're stuck in mediocrity, if you're stuck just being a Midland team, there we go. Let's try a word I can pronounce. You're stuck just being a Midland team because of Nick Foles, because of Mitch Trubisky. Because I know there's some Mitch Trubisky truthers out there. Let me tell you, he ain't developing. He ain't. He was up there with Josh Allen when it came to most uncatchable throws, and he also, I think he was actually the leader in forced sacks as far as getting himself sacked. Not his tackles allowing pressure or his line allowing pressure, but him putting himself in danger. So Jamie Newman could fly up boards. I'm really high about him. You hear Orlando Brown proves that it's not just about athleticism. Yeah, that's true in the right scheme. That's totally true. But also Orlando Brown wasn't picked in the first round. So I would go with this guy. He doesn't, like Brock Purdy, he doesn't have like the arm that the guys in front of him do. Even Jamie Newman has a better arm than Brock Purdy. But the guy's extremely athletic. He's extremely accurate. He's one of the most accurate quarterbacks in and outside of structure. So let's just go for a change here. Let's go Brock Purdy. I like Jamie Newman, but I want to see him attack more to the intermediate. We'll see it this year with Georgia. He could definitely fly up boards, but I'm going to withhold judgment. I do love me. Oh my gosh, Jamie Newman. Desmond Ritter too. He's an interesting guy. I'll just say that. He's an interesting name that's been popping up. All right, we're here with the Falcons. I mean, where do you go? You honestly, you could go best available. You could go tight end. If Hayden Hurst ain't it, you totally right. Orlando Brown was the best offensive tackle from that class. I have to go back and look at here. No, I'll look at that class right now. What class was that? That was 2018 class. All right. I think Mike McGlinchey might be better than Orlando Brown. Brian O'Neill's very good too in his own right. Oh, that tackle class was not it. Holy crap. Was it really that bad? Wow. All right, I'll give him third. Like I said, we could go tight end here. Christian Barmore is actually very interesting just because for the value, but I think we're all right. You could also look at a guy like if Tack McKinley ain't working, Chris Rumpf here, who could kind of fill that similar type of role. We could also look at like Dylan Moses if they still need a linebacker. Honestly, I got Nick Bolton ahead of him. But do I think, yeah, Kyle Pitts is a stud. Dude, McGlinchey, he is. Dude, McGlinchey is solid. What you talking about? I mean, I'll pull up stats here. So I'll tell you, the stats are a bit skewed in the Ravens scheme, but we could take a gander actually at yearly stats. We'll take a look at the year before too. All right. All right, McGlinchey. Okay, the dude allowed 28 pressures. Gave up 6 sacks. So it's above average. Okay with that. Let's take a look at. I know Orlando Brown is going to be significantly better, but you got to keep in mind the offense that he plays in. All right. So he was better last year as far as pressures, 21, 3 sacks. To be fair, I mean, I don't know how often. Let's see. All right, let's go back a year real quick. 18. Oh, wow. He only allowed 18 pressures in 2018. Oh. Might be right on that. I might give that to you. And well, McGlinchey had a pretty rough year. Because that was their rookie season? Yeah. He had a really rough rookie season. But he was pretty good last year. All right, I'll give it to you. I think I'll give it to you. I think McGlinchey's going to end up being the better pro, though. I'll say that. All right, so anyway, Falcons, they're a tough pick. What to do with? We could look at corner again. Shaun Wade's around. Shaun Wade stocks falling. Hear that. Bro, mock draft now where freelance. I think. Yeah. I guess when you get to it, they're all scheme guys. Trey Lance. I think he's even better than Lawrence. Ooh, I wouldn't say that. I don't think there's. I don't. The Bears going Wyatt Davis. Moses to Atlanta. Moses is very interesting here. Of course, their safeties aren't the guys I have at the top. Because the guys right now I have sitting at top mine are where's Holland? Why do they got Holland at Von Holland's my top safety right now, followed behind Trevon Moehrig and then Andre Cisco. I'd be a little hesitant to go that early on those guys. I think they're more late first rounders. Dylan Moses would probably make sense here because he wouldn't have to be the middle linebacker. He wouldn't have to be the middle linebacker. Oh, hold on. Let me read this. Let me read this. Dude, yeah, Draft Networks. They're ranking. Oh, and last time I tried to make a big board on Draft Network, dude, it was so freaking spazzy. Now, okay, you say remember Mahomes coming out. The dude was a very accurate gunslinger. Like that they knew. But he was coming out of this is still at the time of like, okay, but he's a system quarterback. People have that stupid notion of he's a system quarterback. Every quarterback's a system quarterback. But the way the NFL was moving towards more of a pass happy league, knowing that his skills would translate, yeah, the NFL missed on him, but Trey Lance does not display that. He has 0 interceptions. He also has faced nobody. He's faced nobody. Trey Lance, he's very athletic. He's got a cannon for an arm, but he last season, I think, or at least over the course of his career here, averages only 18 pass attempts per game. Trevor Lawrence, he's been tested in a Power 5 conference. He's proved to come out and play hard, play good in big games. He's got great leadership. The dude's got wheels himself. I think he's more of a proven prospect than Trey Lance. I don't want to say who's going to be the better pro, but I would definitely weigh with Lawrence. Anyway, all right, I'm gonna try to get back to this pick. I think Dylan Moses kind of makes sense. He doesn't have to play middle linebacker, which he could play that Campbell role where he's only has to be in coverage ever so often. But also Moses, superbly better athlete. That's what people are gonna like flock to him. And if he puts out a banner a year, I'll be willing to put him above Nick Bolton. So let's go ahead. We'll go with Dylan Moses. Kind of a tough pick here, but I think it's the right one. All right, we got the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland Browns, they got a variety of different ways they can go. They're in trouble. I think they're in trouble at linebacker. But then I would trade down because I don't think anyone's gonna go Nick Bolton early, or at least even in the first round. I think he's gonna end up falling. Edge here. Chris Rumph isn't a Stefanski guy. Honestly, we could look at it. I think interior with Christian Barmore kind of falling here, that he's kind of the pick. You could go receiver. There's plenty of good ones still on the board. I mean, we've only taken 2 receivers thus far in this draft. There's tons of bangers, but this class, it's a class of bangers at receiver. So I like going with Barmore, knowing that it kind of falls off in the second round. Knowing in the second round I could get a really good receiver still if they wanted to go that way. See, Christian Barmore, he's got the size to play nose. Or not play necessarily. Well, no, they play nose in that scheme. So or in Stefanski's system. I mean, he's got the he's stupid strong as well. The dude's still physically imposing, you know. Bash him to Arizona. Ooh, that wouldn't be too bad. All right, so we got tight ends here. I think receiver, honestly, with them falling off the board, I will definitely want to go receiver. Rondale Moore is very, very tantalizing. I might go with maybe more of a more quality route runner, which would be Bateman. While he's not all the way there, I think he's a better route runner than Moore, than Devontae Smith, than even Tamari and Terry. So I think I would go Bateman here as the complement for AJ Brown. Though I would be tempted to maybe take a look at corner, especially with Shaun Wade. So okay, here we are. Got the the Vikings, and I think they shouldn't have Elliott at nose tackle. I hope they don't have Elliott at nose tackle, because what, Billings is out. No, it's gonna be isn't it gonna be Ogunjobi? Because I think Elliott they're gonna rotate, but I think Elliott he translates better as a 3-tech. So they could have him rotate with Richardson. Think about how much better can you do than Lance. I don't know, but you're also you're judging a big fish in a small pond. And as far as like from the eye, for the eye test, Lawrence checks all the boxes. He literally checks all the boxes. Like, Trey Lance has a cannon for an arm. Trevor Lawrence has better arm talent. I think he's a more accurate quarterback. I think the dude can throw any NFL throw you ask of him. Trevor with Trey Lance, I'm not positive about that yet. Dude's got the arm, but might have to develop those type of throws. He wasn't asked to do that. That's the thing. He was a little slow. Dude, oh, dude wreaked havoc in the SEC. All right, so I'm done with Lawrence and Lance. We're far past that. All right, with the Vikings, I think Shaun Wade makes a ton of sense here. Because the Vikings, they like to start their corners off slow anyway. They don't just throw them into the fire. And if, honestly, if they don't sign Anthony Harris back or re-sign him, or if they're unable to, like Wade, he might be a safety. Granted, I think he's more of that's not true. I think Wade's just a great pick here. He can play safety if they don't bring back Harris. He could play in slot to start off. If you do bring Harris back and you want to kind of like wait and develop Wade. So I think Wade's the pick here. Because the guy's super athletic. Great cornerbacks are hard to find. And he has the traits. He just doesn't have the reps on the outside. Xavier Thomas. Xavier Thomas I have right after Christian Rumpf. So I have him in the late first round area. Because the guy's got all the physical upside. Then everyone talks about, production. But he also played, I guess, out of position. The guy was playing more of, he was playing more in like the B gap area. He was taking on double teams. He was essentially, they played him as a 3-4 end, essentially. So okay, Joseph, I think the difference between the Vikings, they're starting to play their younger corners early, is are they 1 and 2, or is this they have to? And plus, I think the starters next year, I think Bolton's gonna get the number 2 job with Hughes out at 1, and I think they're gonna have Gladney start in the slot. But I haven't looked at much out of Vikings training camp, so that might, totally be null and void depending on what's going on in there. Why am I so high on Tyler Shelvin? Potential with Tyler Shelvin. I think I still have him as a late second rounder. The guy is an ox, and he's actually very athletic for being almost 350. And you might look and be like, the dude doesn't rush the passer. Like, he had I think all of 6 pressures last year. But I watched a lot of LSU last year. They didn't ask him to. The guy, he was asked to play more plug the gap, run contain in the middle, and it was more that wait and see, did he hand it off? All right, shed block. The dude was shedding blocks, he sheds at will. So if they teach him more pass rushing moves, I think he has great upside. I'm not first round high on Tyler Shelvin. Look at me like I'm one of those fools. All right, so let's take a look at best available. We're not going to consider safety here, obviously. Darius Stills, he's so undersized, though. He's got the production, but he's so undersized. He plays with great leverage, though, man. Dude, yeah, Wyatt Davis. Dude, honestly, I think Wyatt Davis just needed another year of production to prove, hey, I'm the real deal. I think he's gonna end up falling in the like late first round somewhere and just be an utter steal. So Creed Humphrey, okay, Creed Humphrey is good though. Like a lot of people try to bang on him, was like, oh dude, he wasn't nearly as good as a pass protector as he was the year before. But the dude, I think honestly, I think Creed Humphrey's better. I think he's better at guard. I think he's gonna translate better at guard. Plain simple. I think he's too tall to play center, and when he really only had 2 bad games last season. It just happened to be they were very atrocious games. One of them being against Baylor's Bravion Roy, who just out leveraged the heck out of him. And it's not like Creed Humphrey's not strong. The dude's a former wrestler. He uses his hands great. He's got very strong hands. But Bravion Roy, who power was kind of his game, out leveraged the heck out of him. I think Humphrey's going to end up moving to guard. They said Aaron Donald was undersized too. That's true, but Darius Stills did not put up Aaron Donald tape. I'll just say that. I like Darius Stills. He's very productive, but he's not Aaron Donald. So I saw Rondell Moore pop up in here, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna go with my boy Tamari and Terry. I'm looking for a downfield threat. I'm looking for a big, sexy downfield threat. They had that with Alan Lazard. Oh, yeah, he was consistent last year. Hey, if he's consistent this year, okay, yeah, pick totally changes. But, nah, dude. I mean, I love Rondale Moore, what he could do in the intermediate. But if I'm the Vikings and if they're really trying to get that play action offense going, I'm looking for someone that stretches the field. A big, strong-handed, nice, just long downfield speed. It's Tamari and Terry. I love Tamari and Terry. Like, he's one of my favorite prospects in this draft. The thing is, like, and I mean, I feel like I've talked a lot about him. Let's just go with them. All right, so we got the Steelers here. Don't sleep on Minshew. No one ever sleeps on Minshew. Actually, I'm the last to sleep on Minshew. Who's sleeping on Minshew? I see nothing but the praises of Uncle Rico. All right, so Steelers here. Quarterback would have been nice, but it's whatever. They have tackle listed here, but they brought back what is it? Feeler? Hey. I mean, it wouldn't make sense if they didn't. Yeah, they brought him back. I think they're fine at tackle for now. Honestly, I think their offensive line's fine. I loved the addition of Stefan Wisniewski. He was actually he's a very solid veteran player. If I'm the Steelers here, I'm thinking maybe replacing Bud Dupree or maybe grabbing a safety. And you know what? Safety sound very sexy, but we don't have a guy that would complement Minkah Fitzpatrick. I don't think Javon Holland is that guy. So then what do we do here? Oh, dude, I like Joseph. I love Terry. I love Terry. He's my guy. All right, so I mean, safety here. I think he'd be more. They'd probably go for more of a Trayvon Moehrig, but I don't think that would be the pick here. Looking at edge, you could say they probably don't even have. There's Chris Rumpf. I don't think Xavier Thomas fits this. He's put the hand in the dirt type of guy. Lack of elite athleticism. The dude's got long field speed. I know route running is one of the gripes, but the dude's very Randy Moss-esque. The guy with his just downfield ability. Dude's phenomenal. I don't like. The dude's got after the catch ability. Say lack of athleticism. Well, guess the dude still has after the catch ability. We saw that on a plethora of screens last year for Florida State. The guy could take it to the house at will. I love him. I mean, yeah, hedge rusher here. I don't think so. Safety here is a tough sell for me. I mean, you could think running back, you could think Travis Etienne here, but Steelers aren't that type of team, I think, to that. There's no interior. I think that's worth taking here. I mean, Walker Little, he is falling down the board. I mean, you know what? Stefan Wisniewski, I think he only signed a 1 or 2 year deal. Let's go ahead. Let's get a future replacement, or if anything, make Wisniewski just very good depth on the bench. Let's go with Wyatt Davis. This feels like a Steelers pick here. All right. I was thinking outside linebacker, but there wasn't one there, Harry. There wasn't one, I think, that really fit what the Steelers want to do. So here we are with the Bills. They got corner listed as a need. Could say that, but there ain't really a corner here up for the taking. They honestly, if Cody Ford has another rough season, they should move him to guard. Mark my words. So they, quite frankly, they could go Walker Little here, honestly. It's good value, but you got great tight ends left on the board. And I mean great. And let's just keep giving the boy weapons. Kyler Pitts, he deserves to be a top 15, top 20 pick. He falls here. I say Kyle Pitts. Let's get the boy some receiving help. All right, the Colts. All right, so Colts. I mean, corner maybe the corner 2 spot is Marvell Tells opting out, and then you're left with Xavier Rhodes there. So we'll see, but I don't think those are long-term solutions. I think you definitely go safety here. I don't think Hooker is going to be a long-term guy. Javon Holland, he's there on the board, so I like Holland here. All right. Fryermuth. Depends. Like, if you're saying he's a better blocker, then yes, but there by no means is he a better playmaker. Like Fryermuth, not too bad after the catch, but like there's not a better vertical threat. There's not a tight end in this class that creates the separation that Kyle Pitts. Like, honestly, and the dude's only, I think, 20. He's only 20. So the dude's only gonna improve from here. If he could become a better blocker. Like, this guy has, I think, this is the closest we got to a George Kittle, Travis Kelce type tight end we've seen in a while, I think. And that even goes with TJ Hawkinson. I didn't think he was one of those guys. Overall better? Yeah, but I mean, say overall better. I mean, I don't know who's going to make more plays for you. Kyle Pitts. It's going to be Kyle Pitts. In a passing league, Kyle Pitts is just literally could be a Travis Kelce. It's basically another receiver. All right, so we're here with the Eagles, who are dealing with a plethora of issues. Linebacker Nick Bolton actually be really good here. Get them a nice coverage linebacker. Like, I mean, you could go offensive line. Like I said, Walker Little still on the board here, fallen. They've kind of shored up their receiving core. So I think, I mean, you still have, there's like Xavier Thomas still here on the board too, if they want to go with another edge. But I think Nick Bolton, what he brings as a in coverage is just all right. The Jets. Oh, I mean, I think we gotta go receiver here for the Jets. So they could get like honestly, it's for me, it's Monte Smith, Rondale Moore here. Those are like the two picks here. Like you didn't hear what I said when it came to Pitts. He's just 20. The dude can learn and develop. It's not like he doesn't have the body type. The dude, he's already a very physical receiver. He's literally a big receiver. The dude can develop to be a better blocker. Travis Kelce, he's not the greatest run blocker either, but he's one of the best pass blockers in the league. I'm just saying, Kyle Pitts, he's got the size, he can do it. They like speed go more? Yeah, but Devontae Smith got speed too. And he could play on the outside. Rondale Moore. See, Rondale Moore, it's gonna hurt him not playing or not being able to play. But granted, he chose to opt out beforehand. But it's gonna hurt him because like we haven't really seen him as a vertical threat. Granted, I guess the Jets do have big vertical threat in Denzel Mims. I do love Moore though. You know, he's very jittery. The guy is explosive after the catch. He's something Jamison Crowder isn't, explosive after the catch. Or actually, I like that pick there. I was thinking outside guy, but yeah, there's plenty of, like Denzel Mims is there. He's an outside guy. Maybe Breland becomes an outside guy. Maybe Moore can be an outside guy. I don't know. We'll see. But I went with, I think Moore's the better prospect than Smith. So Cowboys, corner, safety kind of makes sense. Edge would also make sense. Defensive interior would make sense. Honestly, defense anywhere would make sense. I think the highest guy on the board I have right now, though, would be Edge. I don't think they would do a Chris Rumph. A Xavier Thomas would be very interesting here. But, I mean, does Alden Smith, does he work out? They brought Everson Griffin. I think those might just be... They might just be patching a wound here. They probably got Xavier Thomas way down here. Shame. I'll go Xavier Thomas here. It's a very good safety class. If they want a safety, they could get one a little later. The Patriots, Holland's already off the board. I had him going to the Colts. Yeah. Yeah, Rondale Moore. I could see people not getting behind Rondale Moore. I think he's like I think he's a more jittery. Would that be the word? Just like the way he moves. I would comp him to Steve Smith. Just a much like jittery, quicker, lighter on his feet. I don't know. Oh yeah, that's true. Bradley Anae is there, but there's nothing wrong with competition there, So, gosh, get into the mind of the Patriots. I don't know, man. Ooh, they could go with a plethora of people here. But if I'm the Patriots, I'm looking for a downfield threat, and that's exactly what Smith is. Devontae Smith is a downfield threat. So we're gonna go Smith there. Oh, then the Saints, they could go a variety of different ways if they want as well. If Jameis Winston ain't it, we'll see. Oh yeah, they got Gallimore too. Smith is overrated. I think in some aspects, I think it's just more so Devontae Smith. My concern with him is how his thin frame. Like he has a great release. He's very physical at catch point, but when you go to the NFL, will it remain that way if you don't put the weight on? All right, so maybe corner could be a possibility here. Like I like Asante Samuel, Jr. a lot. Uh, oof. I mean, dude, Travis Etienne, he's still around, and they got Alvin Kamara. Hmm, this is a tough one. This is a tough one. I mean, there's linebacker, but they just brought in what's his face, Zach Bond. They could bring some more competition at edge, but I mean, it's gonna be. I don't think Chris Rumph really fits here. I mean, shoot, they could. I mean, receiver, Amon-Ra St. Brown is very interesting. Be a very tantalizing pick. I think I'm gonna go with the corner play though. Corner plays clutch. Okay, so we got San Fran here, and I'm just gonna say it. I love Travis Etienne here for this pick. I think he fits the system. Keep in mind both what Coleman, he's on the last year of his deal, and I think so is Raheem, or Raheem Mostert may have another year after this. So I mean, I think ETN fits the system like a glove. Beautiful. And actually with the Ravens, I like that Chris Rumph is still around for this pick. I think he totally could fit here. Just with the guy, even I think he's got an up to 235. Or at least that's what I heard from y'all. Yeah, they consider corner, but I don't think there's a corner I'm willing to draft here. He doesn't draft running backs early, but that's great value. That's great for the system. He's great for the system. I mean, he's instantly the best back there, in my opinion. And I mean, what corner would you go with that pick? Because I think the next guy I have would be like Tyson Campbell, and he's not a first rounder. I got TJ Carter, I think, is up there as well. Like, yeah, I don't have any guys I'd be willing to spend a first round pick on from the corner class. All right, so you have the Bucks taking Newman. I was thinking about it. He'd be perfect for Arian's system. He would be perfect for Arian's system, man. And you know what? I like it. I like it just enough. Ooh, whoops, hit my mic. So I mean, I guess they could go a plethora of ways here if you're the Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, Walker Little's. I have Walker Little still on the board. There's a lot of good interior prospects. I think Trey Smith. He's still number 2 on my board, but I don't know. We'll see. It really depends how that check his he checks out mentally with the blood clots. They could go another tight end. Dude, Desmond Ryder's a guy that I was like, oh man, I'm gonna have to watch out for this guy. He's fun to watch. It's just the only problem is he plays at Cincinnati. James Lynch? Who? Dude, James Lynch is running with the number ones because the dude's a 3-tech. So I gotta look at their depth chart real quick. I mean, it's That's super impressive. Yo, I hope that means like Armand Watts gets more playing time at the nose. I know they got Michael Pierce, but he's out for the year. Was it Jaeel Johnson? They'll probably end up rotating a bunch. They need linebacker. They just got Willie Gay Jr. last year. I know they need more linebackers. Pat Fryermuth is still here too. Chaz Surratt out of North Carolina. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think he's gonna fall somewhere in the second round. Creed Humphrey could be a pick here. I still would rather go defense, but it's kind of tough too. You know who would be an interesting pick here? Ardarius Washington, guy that could play safety and slot. Because they typically like having 3 safeties on the field anyway. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with that. The dude's got sick instincts. Dude, I'll crap on. Anthony Hitchens craps on himself. Dude, he's bad in coverage. But bad in coverage. Now let me pull up. Dude, he also had 15 missed tackles last year. Dude, yeah. Wow. He only dropped back a little under 400 times. That's a decent amount. Yeah, he allowed 2 touchdowns in coverage. Only 1 pass breakup. Allowed over 450 yards. Completion percentage of 86.3% when targeted. Dude, 15 missed tackles. Jeez Louise. And that wasn't even that was under 100 attempts? Under 100 attempts, he missed 15 tackles. And Anthony Hitchens was not good last year. All right, so I guess we could go through the draft real quick. So obvious ones being Trevor Lawrence, the Jags. Redskins getting Fields, Penei Sewell going to Carolina. Over Trey Lance, Micah Parsons. It was tough for me to not go Jamar Chase, but we didn't go Jamar Chase. I like reunited him here though. I thought that was good. Barry Russo because they kind of missed out on the top prospects. Jalen Waddle, the Dolphins, and they also get Carlos Basham, which I like those 2 picks. Marvin Wilson going to the Lions, kind of be their snacks. Then the Jags get Leatherwood, so they get some protection for their new franchise quarterback in Lawrence. The Jets do eventually get Rondale Moore, so that's a heck of 2 first-round picks. Then Trey Lance to the Raiders, no surprise. Caleb Farley going to I think Arizona is clutch. Samuel Cosme is a good fit for the Chargers. No tackle really available here worth it unless you think Walker Little's fine. So I went Patrick Surtain, Brock Purdy, because Mitch ain't it. Dylan Moses here. I don't think he'll really have to play in coverage. Playing next to Deion Jones, or at least not as much, but he's super athletic too. Christian Barmore falling here to the Cleveland Browns. You just can't pass on that. Sean Bateman, I think, is a perfect complement to A.J. Brown. Sean Wade, just a plethora of reasons why Sean Wade's a good fit for Minnesota. It's Monteri to be the outside guy next to Devontae Adams. Wyatt Davis just being very good value here. Kyle Pitts because Kyle Pitts is good. Devon Holland be Hooker's replacement. Bolton here because they need more help at linebacker. We talked about more. Xavier Thomas, you can take it or leave it. I think it's a good value pick. Devontae Smith, they have no one downfield. What? Yeah, dude. We like, Snorkel. Like, there's, you probably got guys that I'm like, why? We all have our guys. Tamari and Terry just happens to be my guy. Like, I'm just like, I look at him, I'm like, I'd spend a top 10 pick on that. I don't know what it is, man. I love him. Asante Samuel going to the Saints. Travis Etienne, because that's just a beautiful, 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 beautiful matchup. Chris Rumpf, I think, actually matches very well with Baltimore's scheme. Jamie Newman, we'll see. And Darius Washington, because he's really good in his own right. Yeah, Walker Little, I think that's the only thing that hurts him. Rump for the Vikings, I can't see Rump for the Vikings, dude. The thing is, he's not big enough. Like, I think the only way he gets picked up is in some like in an off linebacker slash, I guess, 3-4 pass rusher, if you will, type of role. Like, I can't see it. I can't see him being a hand in the ground pass rusher. Oh, Paris for, yeah, he's fun to watch because he can't tackle worth crap, dude. He tries to like the dude. He's a hit. Like, he's a hard hitting. He's a hard hitting player. It's hard hitting safety. I think he actually translates better at the slot, but he's a hard hitting safety. But he doesn't wrap up. He has a ton of missed tackles. But I think he actually he would work very well in the slot. How Davis would be high on Terry. Yo, watch your mouth. Oh, yeah, dude, Vera Tucker. Dude, he's gonna be real good, dude. Yeah, but anyway, that's it for me. I'm gonna go get some lunch, take my dog for a ride. Keely, you ready for a ride? Oh, her head perked up. So, yeah, nope, no, not PTI this week because football was kind of weird this week, and I don't really want to dip my toe into any of that. But I'll start pumping out prospect ranking videos next week, as well as expanded rankings on FTFN. I might even do a top 15. I don't know. We'll see for the videos. I'll have a big board next week, and then we'll probably hit it off with a mock draft. But until next time, guys, you be easy, my friends. Later.